hip hop and reggae were different.
No. Two different things. Two
different things. And I think sometimes that's a misconception. They always bring in Gifted and Watchmen. It wasn't like that in the beginning. Okay, we had a group. Okay, GBR, comprising of
Come on, that's good.
Gifted,
That's good. It's important.
Blessed Man, and Roy LT.
Yeah.
Okay, and that is the beginning for us. Okay, who was around at that time when the group first started in like 92, 93, would have been Set Free, would have been End Days, would have been Cameron Dante and the Tribe from Manchester. It would have been True Security, my boy KMA Reveal, who was around at the time.
True Security,
yeah.
Share. Affinity Xtra. Be extra.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are personal and do not necessarily represent the views of Affinity Xtra.
Yeah. People, this is your boy here, Roger Moore, here on Affinity Xtra, celebrating gospel music of black origin. And I did warn you that I am going to be doing a series all about the history of urban gospel in the UK. Now, before you even go, Roger, we know all about it's Bible's Bible, whatever. Nope. We're going to life before Bible's Bible. And this is no slur at my man, Simply Andy. Big up to Simply Andy, who started the new chapter of UK gospel. I have to say, 100%, you know what I mean? A guy who, I believe you kind of rapped on it, but he's not a rapper. He's a creative. He's a creative dude. Man hosted for a couple of my GR lives. He's a dude, brilliant comedian, brilliant actor, brilliant creative, brilliant man bringing people together, which he proved on that project. He got a bunch of great young people to come to do an amazing project. But the problem is, that's when the digital era kind of started. So what you find is that lazy people discuss the history from that perspective. And actually, it is a history which misses out 15 years of UK urban gospel. So, I'm doing a series for Roger to learn more, but also Roger to talk to people who are, I've got a number of people lined up, people that's probably left the faith as well. This is be real, you know what I mean? But I would say a lot of people to talk about their journey, and there's a lot of, the UK rap scene is amazing right now, but I don't think it appreciates or have a knowledge of the bodies that set the foundation. And I'm afraid there were bodies, there's people that hurt, don't want to talk about being rejected by the church for evangelizing to their generation through an art form they could understand. And that's not just rap. That's also singing at the time, because singing, R&B was not quite the thing as well, you know, and reggae wasn't the thing as well. So this is the urban gospel scene that we sit down and talk about. Yeah, man, we're on it now, but they don't realize that was you can't do that here in church. We sing it like this. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way we can sing, and this is the only way we can preach without a beat. You know what I'm saying? But the preachers with the beats got kicked out. Yeah, keeping it 100. So my guest today, I must say, I have never met him in my entire life. I've heard about him. I've seen his name around the place. I am going to brag to you guys that we've done 15 albums together and it's featured on my compilation albums. We got each other's numbers, and we're going to get our numbers after the interview and keep communicating over there. But big up to Mark out there, because he's one of my researchers, and he is he's feeding me people that, you know, we kind of exclude from this conversation. Yeah. And the reason, guys, please, guys, I'm saying for you guys to share out information out here, share it to people, whatever, because this is life story. This is documenting ministry to inspire another generation and to inspire people to come back to the fold, 100%. Because, you know, we salute you, we respect you, and if you do have a story, do hit me up. But listen, so there's this guy. I was minding my own business in Birmingham, and I will see him laugh because I said it in the Birmingham way, yeah. In Birmingham, I would see flyers flying around Birmingham, and I would see the odd digital flyer on maybe MySpace. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I think that was a great way of promoting back then. But even before MySpace, when we couldn't even send tunes to each other, I did hear about a brother called The Blessed. So The Blessed Man. That's how we that's how we would pronounce it. The blessed. Yeah, I think we were very lazy and just said, "Oh, blessed." You know what I'm saying? That's what we say. I don't know. People was, I'm like the blessed man. The blessed man was like, okay, that's long. Blessed. We just say blessed. Yeah. So, but I've seen a couple of flyers with this guy in there and whatever. And then, but again, guys, this is before Spotify and all this business. So we didn't really have access, and the only way to sell your music is to go and do gigs.
That's right.
And put it out there. So
for real,
I want to have a deep dive on a brother that was there before me. Yeah, I was a fan while he was there. Now, also, this is about London town more than Birmingham town. Yeah. So we're talking about UK gospel. Yeah. And what I'm finding about the scene in London, it does actually go back quite far. Yeah. Now, even though it does it in Birmingham, you know what I'm saying, but I'm here to learn anyway still. So what I need you to do, brother, is to sometimes put dates and years as we chronologically hit it out there. So just to give everyone context, bro, of what it is. Now, it's The Blessed Man. Is there any other names people would know you by?
Yes. So the proper pronunciation is Blessed Man.
Blessed Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they'll definitely know me by Blessed, and they will definitely know me by Bless.
Yes.
So Bless, Blessed, Blessed Man. But the stage name is Blessed Man.
You know what I love about back in the day evangelist? We evangelize through our names.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's no complications. You know what I'm saying? We said, listen, this, my name is gonna open door, bless somebody. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So we weren't no covert thing going.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It wasn't no BM. It wasn't no BM rap, BM South. You know what I mean?
Straight to it. Names are important. Names were important to us.
Nah, 100%. So, bro, talk to me now. So, I know you might be a few years ahead of me anyway. So, 'cause I'm in my late 40s. Yeah, so
okay,
I'm
definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you got a few on me. Yeah. Now, talk to me about the early years. What churches were you going to just before you started to get adventurous?
Good. So I went to New Testament Church of God.
Okay.
So people that you would know that went to that church with people like Gifted, Marcia Dixon. Yeah. Charmaine Noble.
Are you serious?
eBay Giant Killer. Marcus. Yeah. So there was
which branch?
Again, I went to Myland.
Myland, innit? Myland.
Yeah.
Whereabouts Myland again?
Or Grove Road.
Which
just outside the station. Literally outside
so
the station.
what postcode would it be on the SWS?
East London.
Straight up east.
East, yeah.
Okay,
so it'd be east
okay.
something, yeah.
Okay. I hear a lot about Myland Church. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. So was this like the hip church in UT? Right then.
I wasn't sure. I'm not sure about that, but that church was really good at discipling people. So rest in peace, the late Joel Edwards. Yeah.
Oh.
Used to head up that church.
You serious?
Yeah.
Okay. And he was into music as well. You know what I'm saying? He was part of Kanos, I believe. Yeah. Wow.
So
okay.
Then later on, Pastor David Johnson took over. Reverend David Johnson, I should say, took over. Yeah. So it was a really good church for me as a young man who just came off the street. It was the perfect church for me.
So you never grew up in church?
No, I didn't grow up in church at all. No way. I was a street guy.
Okay. So how did they pull you in and at what age?
Good question. So I was pulled in around about 21, 22, 23.
Okay.
Yeah. So who pulled me in? It's a good question. So I've known Gifted in the world. Okay. And ultimately, he was the one who pulled me in.
Okay.
Yeah. So I knew him when he wasn't a Christian. And when he got converted, I saw the changes in his life. And I saw God being real for the first time in a person's life.
Okay.
And somebody I could actually relate to. So when he got baptized, I saw God even more realer in his life. Because he changed, his conversations changed.
Okay, beautiful.
His temperament changed. So I said, I wanted a piece of that. But in the background as well, I had my cousins preaching to me.
Okay.
Literally, bro, God was definitely on my case.
Yeah.
I would be at the bus stop.
Yeah.
And people would come up to me and saying, "Are you saved?"
Okay.
Literally, bro, seriously.
So,
Yeah.
but from a now I'm assuming from a Nigerian background, wasn't you at Sunday school as a kid or something?
This is it. My parents, they're Catholic.
Oh, that's a cheat code.
Yeah, honestly,
that's a cheat code. So
honestly,
so
honestly, and being very, very honest.
Yeah.
If they were Pentecostal,
Yeah.
I would have been saved much
earlier. Yeah.
So
So
we were
really,
Catholic, and
yeah,
I didn't get on with the Catholic at all. I didn't like that church at all. I could not relate. I just could not relate to that church. So that kept me away from church.
It's so interesting how I know the Catholic Church is quite different now to back then. But it's amazing how the doesn't really be harsh. Unrelatable Christianity was for. It's amazing our parents accepted a Christianity that didn't translate, but enforced them to understand their ways and to assimilate, rather than to go. Christ can function in where you are now. Can function in your culture. You know what I'm saying? But they almost said, no, get rid of your culture. Come to me. You know what I'm saying?
So all the white Jesus in the house, I seen the pictures, the posters.
Yeah, man.
That was the right put off.
Yeah, white Jesus.
Yeah,
blonde hair.
Growing up in that household.
Yes.
Yeah, so that kept me away from church.
It's the first time I've ever heard an African guy say that to me, you know. I've always heard West Indian people talk about, I hate the white Jesus back in the day. But you're the first one.
It's same thing for you. Yeah.
Okay, beautiful.
My parents had all the posters and stuff, and it was right put off.
Yeah. Because my nan they're on the Catholic, they weren't practicing Catholics, but you know what I mean, Catholic vibe. And when you go into a house and she wasn't Christian, but like she still had Jesus. Just go like the heart there and that imagery. Crazy. So through Gifted life, you come into church in your 20s. So was you? Who were the artists you were listening to coming into church now? So what artists? Because UK rap wasn't a thing back then. No. So was he the NWA fan or what was it? What was it?
I was proper hip hop fan, bro.
Yeah, serious. Okay.
So at that time, I've been listening to people like Nas.
Back then, like early days, now, like off the tapes.
LL Cool J, definitely.
Okay.
Big Daddy Kane, definitely.
Okay. What about Wu-Tang and all them guys? Or you weren't into that?
I wasn't into Wu-Tang. I wasn't into Wu-Tang. So I like the people like Redman. I like EPMD.
Okay.
That's Eric Sermon and and his guy. I like people like even people like I need to name some females. Eve. I like people like Salt and Pepper.
Okay. Old school.
So the thing about me, I liked hip hop, but I've got siblings as well, older than me, who are also into hip hop.
Oh,
so you could just imagine, the big brothers feeding you.
Okay, yeah.
So that's how it was for me growing up. Yeah. So I had hip hop in the house 24/7, bro. Yeah, hip hop head. Yeah.
So you got older siblings.
Yes.
Did any of them connect to Catholic church?
No, because one of them was a DJ. They definitely didn't connect. No, they definitely didn't connect.
It's amazing, and it also, people, it shows you that we were a generation that said that, hold on a second, if we're not going to assimilate to your church culture, and we want to be comfortable. So when I was coming through, I was into not so much more. I liked my hip hop, but I also liked drum and bass. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, and that way it existed. You know what I'm saying? And it's like. The church was like, oh my goodness sake, we're just singing hymns, man. You know what I'm saying? But praise God, I stayed in church, you know what I'm saying, and whatsoever. I always said I had a screw loose. But I do appreciate it. And I think this is important. If you're thinking, why is this? Because we need to see the context and where people are coming in. They didn't have singles going on out there from Christian artists.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
You didn't have a rap song
No.
that led you to Christ.
No.
But you had someone's life
Yeah.
lead you to Christ.
Yes.
So it make people understand it, you know, that we never came into this because the music scene was set.
Yeah.
That's
really important.
You say we.
That's really important.
We had to set
The music scene.
Okay, see, set the culture
Foundation.
to respond to to be able to grow with the musical norms at the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this was
so for me
setting
that
up-
was very, very easy.
Go.
So I'm becoming a Christian now, and I'm.
What year is this? Sorry, don't expose your age.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah,
No.
cool.
So I was baptized in 1992. So I'm coming into church now with all this hip hop knowledge,
Wow.
hip hop music, hip hop. Just embracing hip hop culture. I was
Okay.
into break dancing. I was into body popping.
Okay, the full art.
I had a dance crew. Yeah. So I was really, really heavy into it. Okay. So I'm coming into church now and I'm thinking some of this music's actually poisonous for the first time because God opened my eyes for the first time.
Yeah.
So I'm listening back.
The lyrics start you start hearing the lyrics in it.
Yeah, I'm listening to that. And some of it was actually quite offensive as well to God. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm listening to this, I'm glorifying it, I'm enjoying it. Was this actually contrary to what I believe?
Yeah. Go.
So the search was for alternative.
Yeah.
What is at there?
What's that? Bro,
What is at
92.
there? Yeah. There wasn't anything, bro.
Yeah, bro. There was nothing. There's nothing. And you couldn't even go to shop to get an import. There was no, even America, they were struggling, bro, right then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, so.
Yeah.
Okay. So so
Yeah.
it sounded like you went through certain process I did.
Yeah.
So instead of going, I'm walking out of here.
Yeah. Easily.
You know what I'm saying? What did you guys do? You know what I'm saying? So you're
Very
in your
good
youth group.
question.
You're in your youth group. You've
Yeah.
now been baptized.
Yeah.
Now you want to go, right, we're going to talk to my brethren, but I can't talk to my brethren.
Yeah.
Like how this,
Yeah.
I've got to use a format. So talk to me about how you
Yeah.
got the mic,
Yeah.
did your thing.
Yeah. So I'm really, really grateful for certain people in my life at the time. Okay. So definitely Gifted. Grateful for that man's input into my life at that time. Grateful for my cousin. So my cousin's SOE. He was part of a group called Set Free.
Big up to SOE.
Big up to SOE.
No, SOE,
Yeah.
I see your name everywhere, you know.
Yeah.
And the joke is, you're the SO before SO.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how I see your SOE
Yes.
as well. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
absolutely.
Because when I saw SO come out, I got confused.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
But
So
it was
SOE
the
stands for Son of Encouragement. And that's what he does. You know, Barnabas in the Bible, that's him.
Yeah.
Son of Encouragement. His mission is to encourage people.
I seen his name for years,
Yes.
but then I saw
Yes.
SO.
Yes.
And I thought, and when I still see
Yes.
SOE, so I'm thinking that ain't SO.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yes.
okay, brilliant.
So
beautiful.
name checks.
Yeah.
So definitely Gifted, SOE and Set Free. End Days, Paul Servier. That's another name. Another brother who helped me a lot at the time. Warrior. Oh my goodness, seriously. Warrior is another name.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was fortunate enough
Yeah.
to be saved around these individuals I've just named. Okay.
Were they all going to Myland?
No.
Okay.
Good question. That's a good question, though.
Yeah.
So my connection with Set Free is through my cousin. It's my cousin.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah. 100%,
So
yeah.
Gifted on one hand was preaching to me.
Yeah.
I've got my own cousin preaching to me as
Okay,
well.
okay. Good.
And
good,
I
good,
think
good.
it was ultimately the synergy of the two that drove me
Yeah,
to church and got me to where I needed to
no,
be.
Of course. Love it.
So, unknown to me, they are into music as well.
Okay,
Hip-hop
okay,
music.
okay.
Okay. Unknown to me, so I get in 92.
Yeah.
Gifted I've known for a while at this point in time, and I've known him to rap, not gospel.
Okay.
He was rapping in the
Oh,
world.
so he had rap skills
He's
before.
a rapper.
Yeah, cool.
He's a rapper. He's been rapping from the age of 7. Yeah. That's when.
Gifted.
That's when
you're going to talk. Oh, don't worry, Gifted's going to we get Gifted in here, man.
That's when you hear him.
Yeah.
In like in the 90s, in the early 2000s, his skills was just on a different level.
Wow.
His skills was just on a different level. There was no comparison. I just need to say the truth. Yeah. There was no comparison. Okay. Wow. So now he's a good friend of mine. Like I said, in the world, I've seen him rapping in the world. He comes to Christianity, then he starts to convert his content into gospel content. Okay. Now this is around 92, 93. Okay. I was fortunate enough, being his friend, to then become part of a group that he formed. So he formed a group called GBR, Gospel Brought Radically, or also known as Gifted Brothers on a Rampage. Okay.
Man had two names, man go boom, boom with the two. This is right about 93 now. A bit back, so 92, you can get into the church. And then you had to break out in 93. Okay.
Yeah, so this is about 93 now. Okay.
So pastor, did your pastor see this going on and say, come on boys, how was your environment at church when it started?
The church was brilliant.
Crazy.
Our particular church was brilliant. Okay. Because they saw it as an outreach.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
They saw it as an outreach. Yeah. So our particular church was brilliant, but the wider churches were very, very skeptical. Yeah. But God allowed it to continue because it's God's work, right? Okay. So now, like I said, Gifted gets proper, gets into a proper, start dropping tracks, start going to recording studios. Okay. I was then fortunate enough for him to say to me, listen, bro, I feel you are a big part of this. That's just what he said to me.
Wow.
He just said to me, I feel you are a big part of this. And I said to him, but what do I do? He said, I don't know, but I think you're a big part of this. Okay, so like I said, he forms the group. So this is how I get my name initially from the group. So GBR. So we've got G for Gifted.
Gifted, correct.
Yeah? We've got another brother called Roy LT. The R is for Roy. Roy LT.
Yeah.
Who is the B for?
Yeah.
The B became Blessed. That's me. That's how I got my name originally.
Wow.
So GBR, yeah?
Yeah, man.
So that's the group. Us three, we went around doing shows. On one, and let me say something. This is important. We had a brilliant manager at the time.
Brilliant manager. Okay, cool.
His name is Dave Wilkes. Dave, thank you so much for what you did for us in the beginning.
I recognize that name,
Thank you so much for what you did for us in the beginning. He was a brilliant manager at the time to get us all together and get us doing shows.
Was he from the church circuit?
He was from the church. He goes to Mile End as well at the time. At this time.
So was he your age or was he a bit older?
Older.
Yeah.
So he was like looking after us.
That's good.
It's like an older brother.
Was it like a youth leader there, or was he just an older brother in the church?
Older brother in the church, yeah. But he was like business, and he knows people. He's connected.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was like
his name.
So it's like an OG to us at the time, anyway.
Yeah.
So he liked me as well. So obviously, like, it's good to know Gifted. It's good to be connected with Gifted, but it's important that the manager likes me as well.
Yeah, of course.
To bring me on board, yeah,
of course.
Brilliant. So we formed the group now. I remember on one particular watch night, we did about 6 shows in one night in London. We were literally going from church to church.
That's how it used to be, people. Yo,
I'm not exaggerating.
Now, man. I'm not exaggerating.
Jamborees and watch night. We were going from church to church, East London, South London, West London, East London, South London, West London. We did about 6 shows in one night. He became so popular that he was in demand.
So do you? So was that? So this is you talking about around about 94, 95 now.
So 94, 95,
94.
So he dropped this. This is the thing, and this helped me a lot.
Yeah.
Gifted drops an EP in 94.
Yeah.
Okay. And he said, "Big up to man like Blessed."
Okay.
That's me.
Yeah.
I wasn't rapping.
Okay.
But my name got out before I started rapping.
Yeah. So you see, he's almost prepared the way.
He's prepared the way.
Yeah.
He prepared the way.
So that
there's no ifs, there's no buts. He said, "Big up to man like Blessed." People wondering who's this Blessed guy.
So did he have tapes or
he had
was
vinyl?
What?
He did the first vinyl.
He did vinyl.
Yes, he did the first vinyl.
So he didn't have cassette tapes.
He had cassette
It's-
tapes and vinyl, but no CD.
But not CDs then back then.
No
It wasn't
CD.
CD, it wasn't CD.
No.
Yo, man had yo.
Yeah, he did vinyl.
He pressed vinyl.
He's pressed vinyl. He pressed vinyl. Big up to Gifted. Story must be told. The truth must be told. Big up to Gifted.
Yo,
He had vinyl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gift, yo, and yo, we'll get in the studio, my bro. Yo, man, that's
You have to.
So, okay, so now, guys, Jamboree at the time, just in case people misunderstood. Now, churches back then, you wanted to fill your bill out, so you'll have who wants to have the best Jamboree. So you literally want to put all the bands on there as much as possible. But what people, especially as a rapper, you got the advantage of just being able to do backing track and then don't have to worry about band. So this was an easy filler for a lot of people. But the thing is, you have to know the circuit to be smart with it. So Gifted was on it where he had the track, go there, sell 2 records, get the cool £50 and dust to no £5,000, little £50, get 2 patty, get a lilt, and then gone. You know what I'm saying? You know, as prep, as some harder bread. You know what I mean? So I can imagine. Jeez.
So that went on for let's say up to about 94.
Oh, no, that was 94.
Yeah,
going
94,
into 94 up to
94 going to 95. So 94 going to 95 was an interesting year for me.
Okay.
Because that's when my transition started to happen. So the group GBR disintegrated.
Oh, okay.
So when you hear about Gifted and Watchmen, that's like 7 years later.
Yeah, man, that went to like I saw Watchmen, but I saw Gifted. You talking about? Yeah, you're right. It's got 2001, 2000.
So let's get this on record. Gifted, Royalty, Blessed Man meets Watchmen on the same day, at the same time. Watchmen came to an event that we were hosting, an event that we were doing. It would have been in Fulham, Chelsea. So we all met Watchmen at the same time.
Okay. When was that? About 94, 95, them times?
That would have been 94.
Yeah.
94.
Okay,
that would have been 94. Yeah, we met Watchmen at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay? So the Gifted Watchmen movement, this is important, came afterwards.
Not at this.
Not before.
Yeah.
So I think I've always heard people say, "Oh, Gifted and Watchmen started it." That's incorrect.
Right, got you. Yeah.
Watchmen was a pioneer.
Yeah.
In raga.
Yeah.
But mostly mixed the two. Hip hop and raga were different.
No. Two different things. Two different
things. And I think sometimes that's a misconception. They always bring in Gifted and Watchmen. It wasn't like that in the beginning. Okay, we had a group. Okay, GBR. Comprising of
that's good.
Gifted,
It's important.
Blessed Man, and Royalty.
Yeah.
Okay? And that is the beginning for us. Okay? Who was around at that time when the group first started in like 92, 93, would have been Set Free, would have been End Days, would have been Cameron Dante, and the Tribe from Manchester. It would have been True Security, my boy KMA Reveal, who was around at the time.
True Security,
yeah. That's it. Those names. If you start with those names, you can't go wrong. Yeah? If you start with those names, you can't go wrong. But all these other groups came later.
Yeah. And you know what, guys? People thinking, who's this guy? Who's this guy talking like this? The guys, you know, when we look at rap in a secular context, and when we have to go back to its origins, and you're looking at, you know, the DJs back in the heart of New York and the West, mixing the West Indian culture with sampling beats, and you're looking at the DJs and stuff and all this business. Yeah, there comes a time where you document what happened at the start. Yeah. Now, we'll be looking at other areas how it will start up and stuff. But from my studies and my conversations that I have had, I think it's clear to say that rap was functioning in London probably before everywhere else. I am going to get some receipts on a couple of guys in Birmingham, but I believe that we came out more in the same time, like around about very similar times, but I know it's from almost like 92 in London and 94 in Birmingham, 93, 94. But again, I will get the receipts on that.
Yeah.
But what I have to commend you guys back then, and I think I have to salute. Now, this is the difference between the rappers now, and not disrespecting you, and the rappers back then. If you ever know, you have to spend an X amount to produce CDs, vinyls, and tapes. That is a cost that today's artists don't have to worry about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And also the introduction of home studios has negated the cost. We could concept tunes, but we still have to voice in a space where we have to invest in.
Yeah.
So the investment into something which you got no guarantee, you know what I'm saying, of getting the money back.
Yep.
And today you could release a track on Spotify and only spend 50 quid on a beat and go, yo, give it a little mix, click AI, and next thing you know, AI mastering, and the boom, and away you go, and you barely spent £100 and you can distribute a track and it can go to millions. Not disrespecting today's movement, but I'm appreciating the sacrifice of working on a track in an area where there's no blueprint. You know what I'm saying? So looking back at the time there,
just one more name, please, if you don't mind.
Well, yeah, that's
I think it's important for me to add more group to that. To
yeah,
the
that's
names
cool.
of people I mentioned.
That's great.
It's a group called MOD.
Oh, Uncle Ephraim and
Robert.
Robert,
them to that list, please.
Yeah. No, 100%.
I will do the list injustice if I don't add them. Add those guys to that list.
They're absolutely amazing. I think I remember doing. I keep mentioning it. GR Live and the first one, and we sold out with The Truth. And I never forget. I was. I got Ephraim. Ephraim. Pastor Ephraim. He compared for the GR Live, the first GR Live, and he was in the hotel when we found out that we got the sold out tickets, and The Truth was there, and he was greeting him, and I said to him, put him aside because everybody's getting excited, sold out, and I said to him, I said, bro, I'll be honest with you, I'm not comfortable with everybody getting happy because it feels like they've got the success. The success is based upon your sacrifice. You are part of this success.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Well done.
You know what I'm saying?
Well done.
As, you know, and I remember I spoke to him at the time.
Well done.
And I was just never comfortable with and that's why I probably struggle in the scene. I just wasn't comfortable with people getting clout, especially when we was doing GR Live in the early years, for the success of it. Because to be able to be on these stages, you know what I'm saying? There was years of grinding, you know what I'm saying? For me to turn around and do a show for the first time and say, no singers on the bill.
Wow.
You couldn't do that without 10 years earlier. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing these shows 2009 going to 2010. You know what I'm saying? So this is almost 15 years after, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know, what you guys were doing. You know what I'm saying? So like, it shows you that there was a journey to get there. And if you don't know the journey, you don't appreciate what's happened before. And the artist that it was out there. So talk to me, before you start pressing your music.
Good question.
Was distribution an issue for UK rappers, and how did you guys get around it?
Distribution is a big issue. So at the time anyway, not to mind, as far as I'm concerned, there wasn't any distributors in the UK. You had to use the Bible shops.
Okay, which was the best ones that you got? Yeah, bookshops. I
was blessed enough to use Gospel Light. I was blessed.
Where was that based again?
That was based in London.
Which part? Is it Brixton? Was it Brixton?
No, she used to operate from a market.
Okay.
Then she later on settled in a place called Deptford.
Okay, cool.
In London. So I was fortunate enough to be to that.
Who's the lady behind that? Sorry.
Yeah, Angie.
Angie, okay.
Yeah, do you know her? You probably do know her. Yeah,
What's her name?
No, let's keep us.
Okay,
Angie.
cool. Yeah, Angie. Yeah. That's no problem. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So and then later on, about 3 years later, I then get into Wesley Owens.
Okay, they start open up. Okay,
I got into Wesley Owens, and that was very, very helpful because it meant that you guys could have my CDs in Birmingham, you could have my CDs in Nottingham. My CDs was literally everywhere.
Okay.
Through Wesley Owens.
No way.
Yeah, so that was a really good connection.
So that would have been around about 98, 99, innit? Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So let me tell you about the process of pressing my first CD. I think that's important.
Yes, go for it.
So Gifted did his vinyl first. This is important.
Yeah, man.
He did his cassettes first, but he came to me and asked me, where did you go to press your CDs? So I actually pressed my CDs first before him.
Okay. You got the barcode thing sorted out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barcode things, everything. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Do you remember the rates back then? I can't remember.
Rates.
The rates. It was like, if you want, you had to do minimum 500, didn't it?
500, yeah.
Yeah. And you had to glass master it.
The easiest way of remembering 1,000 copies, £1,000 roughly.
That's a very good point. Yeah, it was right. I was thinking 500. Yeah.
1,000 copies, £1,000. The more you do, the cheaper. So you're gonna do 1,000 copies for £1,000. But if you do 2,000 copies, that comes down to be 1,300.
Yeah.
But where do you keep 2,000 CDs?
And the thing is, at the time, there's something that we would all know of, glass mastered.
Yes.
So you had the rewriter ones, which was like the cheap, low run ones, which was very popular later on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the early days, you had to go through glass mastering.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
it's a long process.
It
was such a long process.
And then still have to print the cover, send them the artwork, go into Photoshop, get the photo shoot done, have a certain style about you, and you had to know designers.
It's a lot of process. So when you say, going back to your point you were saying about earlier on, as it's so easy to get music at now, it really is. You record in your bedroom, you put on Spotify tomorrow. It wasn't the case when we started. It was a long process, long process. And to get heard, like I said, you've got to get it on CD.
Wow.
Yeah.
I really, you are staring at guys, yeah? You have to pay little money for the photos. Yeah. Because back then, it was
everything.
you couldn't just take a picture on your phone.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to pay a little man to design your artwork.
Smartphone.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Unless you've got a cousin that uses Photoshop, but you give him a little change.
Yes.
So you're already spending about a couple £100 just getting the artwork done. And then on top of that, you have to pay the studio guy.
Yes.
And you got, if you're lucky, £10-15 an hour. And then the man starts talking about mixing the tracks and stuff and all this business there. Yeah. And next thing you know, you've chopped into £500, £750, £1,000. You know what I'm saying? Just to get your stuff mixed. And this is hip hop. This is not a live band, This is you rap.
Easy.
And this is when I would say that older guys are better in studio because every minute counts. You're dropping lyrics every 15 minutes for each track. Like, I got my bars, I practice, I'm ready to go because it's coming out of your pockets.
Yes,
you know
and you have to get the bars in your head.
Yeah, man.
There's no reading off the phone. We didn't have the
ad libs
phone.
in it. Remember, you have to do ad lib take and all this business like boom, 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 boom,
Yes.
boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying?
It's almost like you're writing in your head because the lyrics has to be up here. It's almost like you're writing in your head. So when you get in the studio, there's no phone, there's no notebook. You just hear, you're just spitting it out.
And the thing is, we have to record onto cassette tape what you did in the studio so you can listen back. You know what I'm saying? So you laugh, because you remember the CD qualities cassette tapes?
Yeah. Luckily for me, I'd saved up some money.
Okay.
And God blessed me with a mini disc.
Of there's boy that
remember mini disc.
I got a mini disc back there, bro. Yeah, I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
Mini disc.
So I was using
crucial.
mini disc instead of cassettes.
Yeah.
So I was blessed to have a mini disc instead of cassettes. Yeah. So going back to the timeline. So let me tell the story from my side.
Come on.
So the group Gifted, the group GBR disintegrated. No beef.
Yeah.
Life was pulling us in different directions, and we're all doing different things. Okay. So by this time, I've gained enough knowledge, enough network to be running as Blessed. Okay. So there's a popular event that we did. It's called Carnival 95. There's some key events that will give you timeline. There's a popular event we did called Carnival 95.
Where was that?
It was in London.
Which part?
Carnival.
Carnival itself.
Carnival itself.
Okay, so before,
Katie Church.
So before
Yeah.
God Corner, or was it God Corner?
Before God Corner.
Oh,
What are you
okay,
talking
sorry.
about? God Corner is like 20 years later. What are you talking about? Carnival 95, 1995.
Yeah.
We're doing Carnival
Yeah.
inside KT, the church.
Okay, cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
On a night you had End Days,
Okay.
Set Free,
Okay.
Warrior,
Yeah.
MC Bold,
Yeah.
Anointed, Rest in Peace, Sermonator. Rest in peace, bro. Sermonator. You had End Days. Yeah. And myself, Blessed. Yeah, on a night. So 95, I was blessed, and those are the sort of people that were around. At this time, you start to hear about Jehaziel. You start to hear about Green Jade.
Yeah.
At this time, you start to hear
You're
about
talking about
Green
98
Jade.
now?
No, 95.
95. Okay, them man's are cool. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
So as soon as I left Gifted, I started hearing about Green Jade. That's where I know the timeline.
Big up.
And all those Green Jade man, them, I don't think they would know that I was actually in a group with Gifted. 'Cause that was
Okay, before them. Yeah,
So
yeah,
they
yeah,
met
yeah,
me
yeah,
as
yeah,
blessed
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're staring at guys, 95 being a real pivotal part.
Yes.
And I think the same thing was happening in Birmingham.
Okay.
There was a pivotal
Okay.
part
Okay.
towards urban music where
Okay.
we were putting on stages. So who was behind the Carnival 95?
It would have been
Yeah.
a guy called Christian Light, I believe his surname is.
Yeah.
But it's basically KT Church.
Yeah, KT Church,
So
yeah.
their way of serving the community during the carnival is to put on an
Put an event on,
Yeah.
and he put on so many rappers.
Yes.
So it really
Yes.
shows that
Yeah.
there was a time now
Yeah.
where platforms, evangelical platforms,
That's so important.
were moving away
Yeah.
from somebody, old people singing
Yeah.
old
Yes.
songs. Because remember,
Absolutely.
early days,
Absolutely.
it was singing hymns.
Absolutely.
You go in the corner
Absolutely.
and singing.
Absolutely.
You
Absolutely.
know what I mean?
And for Carnival, the vibe is
Yeah, yeah.
hip hop. Come on, man.
Did they have a good enough
Seriously.
speaker though? They have a good
They
speaker.
did. It's inside the church.
Yeah.
That church invested in music
Oh wow.
from back in the day.
Okay.
I've never known that church to have any weak system. The sound
Wow.
system was proper.
Okay.
Proper. Place
So-
was rocking, bro. Like proper.
How was that for you as a rapper? Was this like
Yeah.
things are going to get easier?
At this stage, yes, definitely.
Yeah, okay.
Because I've established myself as blessed. I've established my network, as in the guys, they know me. I get on with the guys. I've established some producers at this stage. So I knew things was going to get easier. But don't forget, in a world I was in rapping. Okay?
Yeah.
So everything is still pretty much new for me.
Right.
It's
right.
still
Yeah.
infancy.
Yeah.
There's no
yeah,
maturity.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm struggling as a Christian because
Yeah.
obviously I've just gone into
Yeah,
this
just
faith.
faith. Yeah.
Every now and then I get what do you call it, confronted by Muslims saying to me Christianity is not real.
Okay.
Yeah.
And at that time, there was coming in some good arguments.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, bro. Seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously. Yeah. So things were going okay musically, but spiritually, I'm nowhere where God wanted me to
Okay.
be.
Cool. Got
Okay.
you. Got you. Okay.
Yeah. So I couldn't write. I couldn't write the materials. Okay. I had songs.
Okay.
I had songs.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I had about 2 tracks at this time. Yeah, that I was able to perform at Carnival, like I said, like I've said, but I wasn't flowing. Okay. So cool. So I ran with Blessed, but I knew that I couldn't stand on my own feet. So I joined a group called The Presence.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool,
So I
cool,
left
cool.
one group to one group.
Okay.
And there's a good reason for that as well. So at this, don't forget. So hip hop at this time was all about posse. You must have a posse.
Come on. Yeah, the Klansman. Yeah,
You must have
gangs.
a
It's gangs.
posse.
Yeah, it's gangs.
You must have a posse. You cannot just come out there alone.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
There was posses.
Yeah,
So you mentioned it before. Method Man, straight away Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
Okay? Ice Cube, NWA.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Is that gang culture?
It's gang culture.
Gang culture.
Gang culture.
Yeah.
So I knew that as much as people would like Blessed, I needed a posse behind me. So again, eBay Giant Killer used to go to my church. We close.
Okay.
He introduces me to Warrior. So timeline with Warrior, I would say that Warrior definitely came after Gifted. And the reason being, so our manager, Dave Wilkes, when our group disintegrated, went on to manage Warrior.
Wow.
So I know that Gifted was definitely before. Yeah. That's actually a good mark actually for timelines. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. But 95 now, I joined the Presence. Okay. And those boys were heavy spitters at the time. Remember, I'm new to it. I'm new to Christianity. They were heavy spitters at the time. So I learned a lot under Presence. I was able to compete.
Come on.
So I had to I was on it like every night. I was writing something. Every night I was writing something. I was rehearsing, I was writing something. I was rehearsing, writing something. Okay. So the group, The Presence, didn't last long, unfortunately.
Okay.
We went on for about a year and a half max.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so the group, The Presence, disintegrated. So this is my second group, disintegrated again. So again, I'm back to Blessed by myself. But this is it. So 96, 97, pivotal year for me. God sent me to Bible school for a whole year.
Come on now.
I went to Bible school for a whole year. So all I was just doing, just eating scripture every day. Eating scripture every day. Eating scripture for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner. Eating scripture every day. Came out of Bible school, 97, 1998, I released my debut.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As Blessed Man.
Come on.
So when I was in Bible school, God began to speak to me about names, significance of names. Okay?
Yeah.
So I changed from Blessed and I went to Blessed Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I came as Blessed Man 1998.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's amazing. So literally,
Yeah.
you were performing without a release.
Yes.
For 5 years.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's bro.
Yeah.
And you would argue and say,
And that was common back in the day.
Yeah,
People would literally get an instrumental
and just drop it.
and you can perform.
So who were you teething secular instrumentals, which I know people did?
Yes. Yes.
Is that your year?
Not ashamed to say that to you.
Okay,
yes.
okay.
Yes.
Like which beats? Like
my mum would have been Busta Rhyme. Yeah. Because if you know back in the day, if you decide to invest, spend some money, $3.99, get a single, you will always get the instrument on the B side.
I know that, but I was 100%.
100%.
When you had the single, you had one, and you look at it, you go one track, 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
Instrumental, and
So
all dance track.
That's it. So we will just use the instrumental to perform live. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Who you coming into 98 now?
Yeah.
You know, man, like eBay. You know what I'm saying? You know, like a couple of producers out there now. Yeah?
Yes.
So who was there a producer at the time which, you know, when you get a producer and he gets it? Yeah. When you go, yo, G.
Yeah.
Who is
it? Would have to be Super Deluxe for me.
Who?
Super Deluxe. David Harris. It has to be Super Deluxe. So he was David
Harris?
Yeah.
He's David Harris.
Super Deluxe. People that know him. Bad boy.
Man. So
bad boy producer. Yeah. So he was
he in church?
No, he wasn't in church, unfortunately.
Okay. So you had to go, you went outside. And so you invested into someone else.
Yeah.
That's very similar to when I spoke to Rico.
Yeah.
He was going to man like Wooligan in Birmingham for the stuff with Spanner and all them guys there. So going to secular producers to produce the beats because we never had it inside.
We didn't.
Wow.
Gifted is a brilliant producer as well, just to put that out there.
Okay.
Yeah. So
he
Gifted
can produce himself.
He produces his own stuff.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
Boyo, he produced that. That's him. He doesn't use any producers. He produces his own stuff. So it's a brilliant producer.
Yeah.
But for my single, I'd use Super Deluxe and eBay as the producer. So I came out with a track called Bless the Nation, featuring a sister called Marcia Finn.
Yeah, man.
You know that name? Yes.
Bro, I got a flyer in there with her face on it.
Yeah.
So Marcia Finn. Okay, so you know what Marcia Finn?
Yeah. So he that was my first single, Bless the Nation. So that came out with eBay Giant Killer and Super Deluxe as producers.
You know what's interesting now? eBay is a bit of a comedian sometimes, you know. I'm gonna beat him up on that because me and him gonna talk about this now, yeah. Nobody would know his roots are in rap. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And he doesn't hide it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He's on his little Premier Praise thing going hallelujah, the guitar and all the little hits he's doing now, these popular music hits. But his roots and he's coming true.
He's a proper hip hop producer. He's a proper hip hop producer. He would go on to produce one of my biggest record. We Don't Mess Around.
Okay.
Yeah, in 2002. Yeah.
And I think, you know, the new cats don't really know much about eBay back in the day, but you know what? Still, eBay. You know what I mean? Giant Killer. Everyone knows him as Giant Killer, but I'm no more eBay. Think me eBay. And the community. So, but no, we do because I think without these producers inside,
really important.
You know what I'm saying? It was important for us. It was important for that to develop for us.
Yeah.
Because now you have guys like, remember Vic Chisel later on? You have the guys, you have these guys coming out of our spaces and actually leaving our spaces. You know what I'm saying? But to have, but early days, we still had to go external because the wisdom was, the ability to mix and understand rap was outside. You know what I'm saying?
Then God's was just by, again, I would say divine connection. Warrior introduces me to this guy called the Mantis. Blessing. So Mantis will go on to be my main producer.
Okay.
From about 2002, 2003.
Okay.
That guy was instrumental to my success. So
where's he based? London.
Based in London. It's London at the time. It's London at the time.
Was he a church boy or was he outside?
He was a church boy.
Okay.
So by 2001, I would say that I had 3 main producers: eBay, Super Deluxe, and Mantis.
Jeez.
So the format was for them to give me 4 beats each for my album.
Okay, I like that.
We ran with that format.
Yeah.
So all those albums that was coming out every year, that was the format. Give me 4, give me 4, give me 4, give me 4, give me. Yeah, that was the format I ran.
So now you tooled up and I like to pull out points of learning.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying in your journey.
Really good.
And an important part which I do believe we do not do today. Back in the day, to evangelize through a form of hip hop, you had to have the ability to chop up the word.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What I find today, and what I loved about when I worked with Americans, a lot of them have already studied things like apologetics.
Yes.
Yeah. I was like, what?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? What the heck is what I'm apologizing about? You know what I mean? Like, what I'm apologizing? But you understand it's about fighting your faith. And I felt like in the UK, we didn't respect the element of development. So if I said to a young rapper now, okay, come to Christ, you're keen. You got some straight bars and you love grime or hip or drill. But you gotta spend 5 years before you release a track. Nah, blood, I'm going to somebody else. That's
They're not gonna last.
Major problem in today's culture.
They're not gonna last.
You know what I'm saying?
They're not gonna last. Like I was saying to you before, bro.
Yeah.
If I did not go to Bible school,
I
would have been distracted by Muslim brothers. Because they knew the scriptures more than I did.
Yeah.
Okay, and they had some really strong arguments.
Yeah.
That could easily draw you away.
Bro.
Okay.
That period there, the 90s, bro.
Goodness.
You know what I'm saying? The 90s.
Oh my goodness,
they,
bro.
They had literature, bro.
Yeah.
My
goodness,
they was
bro.
dropping, like, the Bible says this.
My goodness,
the King James Version says this.
My goodness, bro.
They was just laying it on.
So what saved me is my Bible knowledge. That's what saved me, because I realized that they were actually quoting the scriptures out of context. So I knew the scriptures now. For example, they would say something to me about, I said, but have you read the scriptures before that? To put some context to what you're saying, because what you're saying doesn't make. What you're saying is right if you just take that out by itself. But if you read the passage before, or sometimes just read the passage after, he explains to you what that scripture is really saying. But I had to know the scriptures.
So
to be able to defend
no. Oh, and what annoys me in today we're meant to have greater knowledge of the guys in the past, because we're meant to be learning. But I feel
they've got more resources.
They got more. Bro, imagine YouTube. We had no YouTube.
You Google a verse now, bro. I had to memorize them.
Bro, we had one version. I don't think people realize we had one version of the Bible that was the King James version, and that's I've actually seen and it sounds. I remember seeing this in the Bible. I picked up in church. It said Simon Serene. The Niger. I've seen it in a Bible in my churches. So we're going from some old versions of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And that's all we had. You know what I'm saying? We weren't even allowed to touch the Apocrypha.
No.
You know what I'm saying? No. When you say Maccabees, pastor thinks you're going to turn Rasta. You know what I'm saying? You know, so what I struggle with today is we're still talking about fighting demons. Brethren, why would you want to have a fight against a demon? You know what I'm saying? When you turn big man, just sit down, brethren. You do not want to call a demon for a fight.
No.
You've always fight when necessary. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You do not. And when I see these youngsters, and I'm going, oh my goodness sake, he's not. And their first album, they're spitting some tongues, and then they talking about going into war against the demons. I'm going, brethren. Don't. The ministry of deliverance is not what you beg for. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, I've been around it, and it's something you don't beg for.
I would even go as far as saying, bro, don't waste your time fighting demons. Spend time with God. God will deal with any demon. Okay?
Yeah.
When God says the battle is not yours, it is the Lord's. Okay? You don't fight demons. Spend time praising God. Live a holy life. And that's it. God will take care of any demon. Seriously, God says, submit to me. Okay? The order is submit to God first, and the devil will flee.
But it becomes a game, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that there's an element of that culture of rap which is negative, which we didn't let go of when we come in these spaces. So I'm not always comfortable as well with the kids wearing balaclavas and all this business and whatever. Some things, guys, we just need to just drop off.
We just need to drop it off.
You know what I'm saying? We don't need to hide. You know
listen. Moses spent time in the presence of the Lord. And the Bible records that when he came out of the presence of God, his face was like
different.
Shining. Let the light shine. What are you covering for? You've got nothing to hide. Okay? You cannot hide Christ. Let the light shine. People want to see God's glory in your face. You cannot cover your face.
This is it, bro.
You cannot cover your face.
And
there's no justification for it. You cannot cover your face. Let the light shine through you.
Come on.
Okay, any scars in your face, God will heal you. You got nothing to hide. If there's anything in any marks on your face that you're ashamed of, God will heal you.
For real?
Okay?
For real? Come on, bro, you gotta preach it, man, because for me,
pray with your face uncovered. It's only a woman that's supposed to cover her hair when she's praying. Not man. Definitely not.
And then ministering with a full-on balaclava. And I think that this is where I felt like, and I said this to Wisdom before, we talk about it as well with Wisdom. I always bring up Wisdom because obviously we have conversations with both in GMIA. So we have conversations about the urban scene and so on. But it's like, if I'm going into, so I'm watching Shine documentary on Disney. So I'm watching because I'm a documenter of music, so I'm looking at techniques and whatever. So I never really knew much about that Shine back in the day, but obviously his issue with Puff Daddy getting blocked up and now he's Billy's Prime Minister. So I thought it's interesting to look at his journey. And I'm watching this, and it was the importance that they thought I need to be underneath a Jay-Z, a Puff Daddy. You know what I'm saying? A guy who's been there, done that, worn a t-shirt, who's doing it. Because I need to be under that collective over even money. Because he went to him to Puff Daddy when he could have went somewhere else for triple the money. I mean, but he went to Puff because Puff was doing it. Now, my question is, if you come into the gospel rap scene, aren't you going to go to the people who are doing it? And there's a period of time where people refuse to go to the people that are doing it, who's done it, who's made releases, and go, I'm coming to learn and serve. Okay, take a seat there. you're gonna sit down and watch for 2 years.
Yeah.
From what I'm hearing, you always getting opportunities to maybe perform, but you weren't releasing for 5 years.
Yeah.
I seen Esso perform for years, backing up Jahazo, and then all of a sudden, he went to Bible school for a couple of years.
Yes, he did.
And I thought, something special that he
Yeah.
and he's still delivering music from till this day, strong in the faith, continually.
Yeah.
And if anything,
Yeah.
he's the top. He's the most highest distributed artist on. For UK, full stop, above Governor B and all these guys. Not dissing Governor B, but the thing is, ultimately, SO is the most selling. He's release because he's got something to release from.
Yeah, foundation is important.
He got the foundation right, bro. That's why I love that boy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because
foundation is important.
He's on point with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So going back to the story, we're coming to the end, people. Don't worry, we're coming to the end. Not the end of his because we got another interview talking about what the story is today.
Sure.
Check out with Mark's on Affinity Xtra Network. But this is purely about up to 2005 and just paying homage to people, man. You know what I'm saying? To names, not names, but also to Bless Man for his contribution to urban gospel. You know,
thank you.
You're linking up with Marcia Finn. You're linking up with these producers, bringing album after album. Now, to this day, how many albums have you brought out?
So I've just released my 6th album.
People, now I continually will say, when I did Gospel for You, I asked the artist before I did a compilation, from singers to rappers, give me your lyrics. Yeah, not so I can check them, but I know you prepared them. Rappers were 3 page per track.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Easy.
Because the lyrics were more.
Easy.
Singers were lucky to get to the bottom of the first page, and I thought,
that's interesting.
if I was a rapper, I failed English at school, so I ain't got no chance to be a rapper. I ain't got that poetical vocab going on. So for rappers to continually pour out content at that 6 albums, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I have to, give a hand and actually.
Let's thank the Lord, bro.
Reason
being.
Sorry, forgive me.
Reason being.
Go on.
Like I said, thank God for the opportunity to go to Bible school, because that laid the foundation.
Come on now.
What I learned in Bible school is what has sustained me today.
Did he leave town, or was it in London?
It was in London.
Okay,
it was
cool.
in
Nice.
London. Yeah. So, bro, the what God has done cannot be overlooked.
Come on.
Yeah. So literally, when I say I've got 6 albums, it is the Lord that provides the content. Literally, sometimes I'll be like sleeping. I'll wake up and like God will say to me, bring out your pad. And I will write. Just write a whole song. Like, he will give me the choruses, he will give me the verses, he will give me everything. Okay? So I really, really have to say it is the Lord's doing. Those 6 albums, they are God's doing. Nothing to do with me. I'm just a vessel that's willing to be used of the Lord. The Bible says it. The Bible says it. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 11. If anyone speak, let them speak as the oracle of God.
Come on.
If anyone ministers, let them do it out of the ability that God gives, so that in everything God is glorified through Christ Jesus.
Come on now.
Okay, I want God to be glorified through Christ Jesus. Okay, when people hear of Blessed Man, I want God to be glorified. Okay, I can't take any glory. Like I said, I wasn't rapping before. I had no intentions of rapping. In '92, UK rap was not popular. Why would I want to be a rapper?
It wasn't even on the radar.
Why would I want to be a rapper? There's no need for me to be a rapper. I'm not doing it to make money. I'm a scientist. I studied biochemistry in university.
Okay.
I could easily make more money as a scientist than being a rapper. Okay?
Yeah.
So I'm giving God all the glory.
Come on now.
I'm giving God all the glory. And for you guys coming up, it has to be God. If it's not God, you're not going to last. Facts. Okay? The inspiration comes from the Lord.
And you're talking about the parable of the sower. Yeah. And I think something that as you get older, you get wiser, and you understand that you see some people fly and they're in the scene for a season.
Yeah.
And they come out.
Yeah.
It's not that God has not come out. Just remember, some ground is good, fertile ground.
Absolutely.
Some ground is around the weeds.
Well done.
You know what I'm saying?
Well done.
There's some ground is shallow land where you can just rise up quickly, and then when the heat comes, you wither away. Yeah, and the Bible's talked about that from Bible times.
Yeah.
So there's nothing. Oh, God isn't here about this. Yeah, and I am going to be talking to people, God's winning, who's not in the faith anymore, but or struggle with the faith, because there's a lot of people get to our stage, bro. We struggle within our Pentecostal circle, our Pentecostal spaces where we originated from in the 90s. Majority, if not all, no, not all, majority of us are not in them same churches.
Yeah,
and it's sad.
It's sad. It's really
because the local church that supported our ministry.
Yeah.
But the church itself struggled to support this move to this very day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You go back to the New Testaments, the Church of God, the prophecies, they still don't quite get it with rap, with urban music.
Yeah.
We still don't get it, bro.
No. But we need so this is it. This is wonderful. This is the beauty about the Lord, isn't it? So there's going to be a transition, isn't it? When people like us now become church owners and pastors.
Cool.
My church, we're going to have hip hop. I'm telling you that right now. When I open my own church, we're going to have hip hop. We have to have hip hop.
Yeah.
We have to have hip hop. We have to have R&B.
Yeah.
We have to have raga.
Yeah, man.
In my church, when I open my own church, we have to. So
No, you remember back in the day you had remember Urban D?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he had that festive flavor fest. And he's got his own church.
Yeah.
And I see him now and he's still doing it out there.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, yo, like Flavor Fest. Yo, these
because
guys.
I understand the importance of music.
So as on a more closing point now, who were the rappers from America you who? Because I know there's, and we're going back to like people like Mars Hill. You're talking about Ton of Rats. You're talking about these guys who were first coming to the
So cross movement, definitely. Let's big up cross movement.
Okay, cross movement is your guys.
Yeah. So cross movement. I met them when they came to London.
Okay.
So they were definitely heavy on the scene. But before them though, let's big them up. Before them though, so talking about transitioning from the world to the church and what music's available.
Go on.
It would have been Gospel Gangsters.
Okay. Yep.
T-Bone.
Oh, you know about T-Bone?
Oh my goodness.
West Coast man.
Those were the two CDs I had. I was rinsing those CDs.
T-Bone. Yeah, man.
I was rinsing those CDs 24/7. Those two CDs.
It's before Lecrae, ain't it?
Before. This is before cross movement.
Yeah, man. T-Bone, man. I remember T-Bone, and he had a white, a white gown, and it always be the same. Yeah. And do you remember A1 Swift?
A1 Swift, yes.
Gospel centric.
Yeah.
Drop the bomb tune. Yeah.
A1 Swift.
Okay, how did you feel about? So, guys, this will show what music we had to look at when we weird stuff, but Go To Records. You remember Go To Grits out of Eden, Grits out of Eden, and Christ the Far Away came out to that stable.
Okay.
You remember Grits? Yes. Grits was. They were different.
Go To Record, definitely.
Go To Records, and Out of Eden was a cool R&B, pop group, and what's going on there. But Grits was kind of weird because they had the backing, but they weren't like the guys on the streets. They were like. Yeah, you guys.
To church.
Yeah. They were different. They had a unique jazzy, very sound. But it was like they were good, but they never. Not many people reached for them.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Grits, but they were good. Yeah, they had some good stuff, man.
Yeah. So that's a good point actually. So at one particular point in time, gospel rap was becoming popular, and people that you would not associate with rapping, we were turning to rappers.
Yeah.
And that didn't do us any good at all. Okay. You have to speak the language. You have to dress like a rapper. You have to look like a rapper.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Who comes to mind then? Did anyone come to mind?
I can't say it, bro. Honestly, I can't say it. I can't say. There's a lot of people that come into mind. I can't say. One particular guy that if you hear a CD, CD's amazing. Yeah. But I remember seeing his first video and said, no, man, why is he dressed like that? Why does it look like that? It didn't do well. It didn't go far. And because he's not a rapper.
And I think that
you have to know your calling. God's calling to be a rapper, be a rapper. If it's R&B, stick to R&B. If it's worship in a church, that's brilliant. Stick to worship in a church. We're not all rappers.
Yeah. And looking at the rap now, you almost have amazing when we had it when it first came through. It's like a one monolithic style. You know what I'm saying? Us in the different silos would drop in a similar style, but now you almost have the grime, the drill, the traditional sound of hip hop. They call it American rap. You know what I'm saying? And whatsoever. Obviously, majority of the older guys will be more American rap. But I do feel that. Rappers formulated into the worship space as well. So you have some people that might not be the best rappers in terms of as a technical level, but they have a very they're able to engage in the worship scene. I've seen rappers where you think they're okay, but when you see them worship and perform, man,
it's anointing.
You drop a little nice hook on them, a worship hook, and they can just do the church thing. But then on street, they're like. No. But when you see them at work in the space, you're thinking, they're hardcore.
You really have to listen to God and sit and let Him lead you in terms of your best service. Okay, your best. You really have to listen to God and let God call. I remember I sent my CD to somebody, white gentleman. The guy called me straight away. He said, "You actually look like a rapper." He said I could sell your CDs, and that was really encouraging. The guy said to me, "You actually look like a rapper. I could sell your CDs." He said your presentation is the best I've seen.
So this here, that's in front of us. Let's put this up so people can see it right here. Let me just.
That is so old. I brought that for Marks.
But I'm sure. Woo.
Ooh.
All the back, guys. You know the energy you have to put into doing this. Oh. Yeah, man. What year was this?
So that would have been 2001 or 2. So that's at least 20 years old.
Looking like this. This is looking all pro, you know.
That's proper.
I'm not saying he's not pro, but you know, back it was hard to get his quality. That's expensive. Just to get the unbodied in colour. I know. I just went for black text, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's expensive.
It's proper stuff. He was doing things properly. Like I said, when I sent my CD to the guy, I said, I could definitely sell your music. Well done.
Brilliant, bro. Global Net at that. I remember that Global
From
Net
back in the
day, man. Emails and stuff like that, guys. You don't realize, man. Now, listen. It has been. Listen. A couple of things I learned. And one thing was really cool. We talk about this iconic 1995 event. So I'm going to be pulling out some things about this 1995 event.
Really iconic.
You know what I'm saying? And I would say, there's some iconic elements that I've learned from this. We learned about the scene and what it will look like, and also the struggles, the importance of development, education, being under great people, because managers also are not just about getting your gigs, but that knowing where to get your gigs, knowing when you're ready, knowing when you're not ready. You know what I'm saying? And I think it just became a part where people just want to get in the biggest stages, where it shouldn't be bigger stages. There's a development process. So you guys doing that 7 shows on one night or develops you to then have the chest now to handle Carnival because you gigged up. And I think that too many people are trying to perform on these big stages without the development.
Preparation.
You know what I'm saying? So it all started from you rapping in the back of church in front of your friend, in front of your local friends. And if they go, you know what, you got skills, and that develops your environment, and they can say you need to. But people want to get straight to these big events. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So I think the importance is here, and it's also great, guys, here on Affinity Xtra to have a face that maybe you've seen, but you've never heard and seen here on the station. So I am 100% honored to be part of this interview the blessed man.
Thank
You know what
you
I'm
so
saying?
much
You know what
for
I'm saying?
having me,
And I just love his. I love the spirit. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah,
you know
thank
what
you
I mean?
so much, man.
I met him for the first time, and when we greeted him inside, and it's a spirit. It was like, yo, cool, and I just appreciate coming in our studios that we just humbly want to serve Christ through, and want to serve and really get the message, not holistically, and the importance of documenting
Yes.
our journey,
Yes.
our spaces,
Whilst we
and
can.
what we can,
Yes.
and I think that's something in African diaspora
Yeah.
we're very poor at.
Yeah.
Because we've allowed people to take our history
Yeah,
away
and tell it for us.
and definitely tell it and
Yeah.
twist it and become
Yeah.
the victor's tale.
Yeah.
The victor's tale is what is being educated when it comes to black culture. You know what I'm saying? And we want to make sure that now we don't moan about it, but we do something about it. And
Absolutely.
hence why my brother here is here today,
Yeah.
man.
Thank you so much for having me, bro.
No, bro,
it's
it's
been
all good.
it's been a pleasure meeting you.
Oh
Yeah.
man, it's been
Yeah.
pleasure's all
Thank
mine,
you.
bro. Pleasure all mine. And
Thank you so
listen,
much.
guys, hopefully you enjoy. And also, guys, check out the interview with Mark's on the station as well. Mark's will be doing interview with Blessed Man, and do some searches. I'll put a link to his latest music in the description. So make sure you dive onto that as well. Anyway, guys, but listen, nothing but love, guys, man. Thanks again for listening in this urban journey of the UK.
Keep the faith, bro.
Blessings, man.
Hey, this is your bishop. This is your bishop from Rock Solid. Thank you so much for watching us on YouTube. Thank you so much for clicking and subscribing, and also sending these videos to other people as well. We are so hungry to get your support. So remember, check us out on our website, and also check us out on Insta, and wherever you want to find us on Spotify. You can play us all day as well. And just make sure that you are supporting this channel, that we are developing our agenda towards music of black origin, and that is gospel music with a message. So please walk with us on this journey. Bye now.